Hey guys, it's been a while since I uploaded a video, and being back I wanted to go back, like way back, into journey into mystery and picking up some Thor stories, more specifically his debut. And this story was written by Stan Lee and the artist was Jack Kirby. And before I start, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Be smart and watch the entire video, and then if you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. The story actually picks up with Donald Blake, a doctor who is on vacation in Norway and was standing at this coastal place watching the fields like a normal person would, but when it was done and he turned back, there was this weird spaceship that landed behind him, and he didn't really see that. And it turns out that this spaceship was from Saturn, and these were aliens that came from Saturn. And it's not really sensible to think about how Saturn is inhabitable, because Saturn is supposed to be a gas giant. But on the other hand, this is comic, so what would you think about that? And they came to Earth knowing that Earth is full of weak people, and with their kind of strength and their power, they will be able to conquer Earth. I mean, from Saturn, their supposed Saturn, they had unimaginable powers, and on Earth, with Earth's atmosphere, their powers are even exponential, being able to uproot trees from the ground like that, like simply. And I quite remember when I was late to school and I was asked to uproot a tree. That's what our teachers do. And up until now, I've never seen a human uproot a tree. So saying they are definitely stronger and they can conquer Earth, with that kind of strength, maybe. But anyone who reads comics should know that Earth is crazily OP, especially for humans. Humans are crazily OP, even among us and everything. And they also had weapons that can incinerate trees and all those stuff. And I know trees are more durable than humans, because I mean, trees can take bullets, whilst Quicksilver can't. Come on, man, it's not a Quicksilver joke. But whilst they were there doing all this kind of stuff, testing their might on Earth's ground, there was this old fisherman who saw everything inspire and then turned back to the villagers in order to tell them about what has happened. And of course, hearing crazy things from an old man and a fisherman, like, it's a little bit hard to believe by the civilians around the place. So they called the old man mad and then they sent him away. Meanwhile, there was Donald Blake at the background who was seeing everything go on, and from assessing the situation, he knew the old man is not mad from how he was behaving, and so there's got to be some truth to it. And the next day, he went right to where the old man was describing, and lo and behold, he saw them, and they were just as green and rocky as the old man described. And this dude made sure he got a temporal. I mean, he stepped on a twig. And whilst he was being chased, he lost his cane and then stumbled upon a cave, and he entered knowing there might be a way out through the other side. But he was dead wrong. The way through the other side was blocked with a boulder. But while he was there, he mistakenly stumbled into a secret room with a weird cane in it, and this dude tried to move the boulder with the stick. Man, what the? He couldn't, and so with desperation and anger, he struck the cane to the boulder and boom, he turned into Thor. Easy. And now with the power of Thor, he quickly lifted up the boulder and got out, and then after that he placed the boulder right where it was supposed to be. And now the problem is, how is he going to get back to his former self? And so while he was there thinking about his former and his old teachings about the god of thunder and all those stuff, he was away from the hammer for about 60 seconds, and that's how he knew to retain Thor's power and Thor's physics, you need to be in touch with the hammer all the time. But then after this, he started using the manual, like playing with the hammer, throwing the hammer away and see if it gets back. The hammer is indestructible, so he bats open a tree with it and creating storms, all stuff like that. Meanwhile, the NATO airship has also discovered the aliens' existence, so they dispatched their military units to go check it out. And these dudes got there and they were they were fooled with a three-dimensional projection. Like they were fooled with a toy. And so apparently the aliens were like, these guys are a bunch of idiots, so you know what we're gonna do? Let's just project a holographic image of a dragon, like a giant dragon, and then boom, it worked. And so with the military units out of the way, they started shooting rockets and missiles at the aliens, which wasn't doing anything. I mean, they have force fields around their ship. But then there was Thor who came in and then started smashing things left and right. And when they saw Thor with all his powers, they wanted to take Thor captive and experiment on him like an alien would do, like a typical alien would do. And so they managed to trap him under this giant metal beam, and Thor was like, okay, you know what, let me drop my hammer and then tear this thing apart. And he got out, and then the beatdown resumed again with Thor beating down on them again. And so with them realizing Thor's strength and how they are no match for him, they realized at this point is the moment they bring out their giant gun, which is a giant metallic Iron Man like structure. And this is what
Hello? I accept your surrender. Anyone else?
Perhaps next time we should start with the big one.
Especially in my mind, this is how I see it played out. And this was supposed to be their end it all for Thor, and this dude came out, or this thing came out, this giant contraption came out, and it was taken out with one strike, like just one strike. And with their big boss defeated, they took off. And it was only after then the goats arrived. And when they arrived, Thor has changed himself into Donald Blake again, and he was leaving. And they saw him and was like, nah, this is probably not the guy who made them flee. They know a goat when they see a goat, and this is definitely not a goat. Voila. So that will be all for today. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this page right now. And if you like this, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more contents like this. More is on the way, like more classic Thor stories. So if you like this content, just hit the likes button and subscribe button. And if you don't too, why not? That's your your thumbs down button right there. Peace.